Back again.
That was the most depressing intro ever.
Yay!
Welcome to the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number 31.
Wow.
Started this in January and
Well,
we're
that'd
at
be-
31 episodes. What would that be?
Well,
We usually look to Zonner, and you have to take Zonner's role right now.
okay, in French would be 31.
31, so gotta be 31? That's what I'm guessing. We're half Mexican, but we don't speak Spanish, so that's how it
Yep.
goes around here.
That's how it
We got
works.
peeps in the chat. If you don't know how this podcast works, we film it live every Saturday, and
Oh, yeah.
then we actually interact with the audience as we're talking about things. If you strongly disagree with us on topics, you can let us know that we're dumb and don't know what we're talking about,
Which is half the time.
which is
Most
yes,
of the time, it's really
3/4 of the time I'd probably go. I am Matt Rojas, aka the Dread Pirate. On my right, we have apparently our sub now. He's
Our stand-in.
moved from moderator to stand-in. Yeah.
Still moderated.
Introduce yourself.
I'm ex-Lorian, and I'm dead inside.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. No, he's been our moderator since almost day one. He's
Almost day one.
Been one of them, along with Claw, and actually Lefty Charms is in here. She's one of our moderators during our events.
Woohoo!
And then next to him,
I'm Ate Rojas.
No
also
jeans.
known-
Oh.
he didn't even say it.
Wow,
He
you
totally
don't give me
screwed
that.
I got
You
excited.
don't give me that luxury.
I got
of saying
excited.
my
I'm
name.
sorry, go ahead, Ozzy.
Rewind.
I'm Ate Rojas, also known as No Jeans.
The
And then he was
pirate.
off on the timing. Wow. On the production side, screwing the pooch this week with the cues, we have
Rob Dog, 1991.
Rob Dog, 1991.
Oh, yeah.
There's Matt spiking the mic there.
Did I spike the mic?
Yeah,
No,
just
Did I
a little
get
bit.
too close?
You got
Too
a little
close?
too close. Yeah, a little too
Oops.
close. It's okay. It's okay. I echo like always. So
Are you echoing right now?
like always, you know,
Awesome. Cool.
like always.
Well, this is a video game podcast. We talk everything video games, no matter the platform, the era,
Let's get started.
yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, we just start off with how have your guys' weeks been? What games have you been playing? Starting with Exlorian.
Destiny.
You play a lot of Destiny. You play a lot of Destiny. What else? What else you got?
I played some Siege.
Did they fix that yet?
I did, yes.
No, but did they?
I saw, Cause I saw an update
No,
like,
they did
a couple
not.
days ago.
They might have, but
How quickly you went from definitively no to maybe?
Yeah, because I
well,
booted up.
here's the thing, because I fixed it beforehand using their cheap halfway fix of just playing 5 games by myself.
Yeah, 'cause I saw an update yesterday because I was going to watch Star Trek.
So they probably did. They probably did.
So for
Maybe.
people who don't understand what's been going on, what's the issue?
Oh, yeah.
So, Rainbow Six Siege, with its latest Operation Detriment to the game's health, they essentially patched the game, added a bunch of lighting changes, things like that. But what they didn't know is they also added a bug where if you opened your friends list while in Siege, it would do one of two things. It would crash your console,
hmm
or it would corrupt your console.
So it never affected you because you don't have friends, right?
Correct.
Got it. Okay. So, all right. Good week though.
I was just called a mascot by your mother, I believe.
Well, you are the mascot. We'll get to that later though. No Jeans, how was your week? What games have you been playing?
Speaking of mother, happy birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Happy
She's in there.
birthday.
She's
Happy
I
birthday.
think she's like 22 now.
And I'm
something.
feeling
Yeah.
22.
Is it awkward that we're older than her now?
I mean, it doesn't make sense with time.
We age
but
more
You
quickly
guys-
than she does.
Timey-wimey.
Hey, you
Yeah.
guys have no time to
Some
explain. why you have
timey-wimey
no
stuff.
Time to explain.
No time to explain what.
No time to explain, but you don't have no time to explain.
Got it. All right, what games have you been playing? I'm just going to go right
I
past what
don't
he's
even know what
saying.
that
That was
meant.
a
yeah, let's
Destiny
move on.
reference.
Just move
Oh,
on.
okay.
Just move on. Too late.
Strangers, right?
No Jeans.
I've been playing PUBG and Destiny. And that's it.
Any epic stories?
Come on.
Oh, okay. So I was playing with Michael. I think it was Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We got all the way to the last 2 people. And
what?
we were playing duos on PUBG.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know what an adrenaline thing was, syringe. I'd never seen it before, but I picked one up. So I went to go do it,
Huh?
but the countdown is so long that the blue circle got me.
Oh.
Because I didn't know what it was. It's apparently it's like a booster, like like the
Like
energy
a med
drinks.
pack or yeah.
But it takes so long to activate that I didn't have enough time to get back into the circle. And by the time I got out of the animation, I saw the two guys in front of me. I went to aim up to shoot him, and then I died.
Oh,
and then Michael died, and
Oh,
we were
man.
this close to getting that chicken dinner.
Leave
That's
it
sad.
to Ate. Leave it to Ate to win.
Well, I didn't know what it was.
There's 2 people left, and you're like, oh, maybe I should try this new item.
Well,
I don't
because
know
Michael
about.
said to do it, so I'm like, okay.
Stop right there.
That's the issue.
That was your first issue.
I'm not trying to blame him, but
I mean, you literally started a sentence with Michael said, yeah.
And it
Oh,
went
well.
downhill from there.
Robert, what games have you been playing?
Ooh, I've been playing a lot of, well, not a lot. I've been playing some Destiny. Chris plays a lot of Destiny. Chris plays way too much Destiny.
Tons. You've flawless trials twice this week or 3 times?
Twice this week.
Twice
once
this
last
week, once this week.
Mm.
That's how much he plays.
Yeah. So
either you're really good or the people you're playing are really bad.
There's
It's got
trials.
skill-based. It's got skill based.
Yes,
Okay.
it's based off light and everything.
Skill based as well, so they'll
Yeah.
take into account how many kills and
Yeah.
deaths. And
I didn't know there was a skill thing in
in Trials, yeah.
well, in Destiny in general.
It's actually
I
pretty
learned
good.
about it with Trials. I had no idea. But playing a little bit of Destiny.
Mooney Girl says, seriously, baby? This is Nojean's wife.
And so is
You
your
don't
mom.
do what Michael says, LOL. Alas, no. And you listen to Michael? I mean, I
mistakes
feel
were
like
made.
the common consensus here is
Mistakes were
you
made.
screwed up.
So anyway, played a little bit of Destiny. Played some Gears. Still playing Gears. Playing a lot of Gears.
Word.
Too much Gears.
You play a lot. You liking the new patch they put out?
It's okay. I mean, I was telling you earlier, like the Nashers got more. It seems more, dialed in.
Okay.
The Lancer's a little too strong at the moment. But the game is fun. Like, there's a glitch going on right now, though. If you happen to down someone and it's really close, the lag compensation, there's points in time where the person will kill you after you down them.
What?
Yeah, so like I happened to me like twice, and I ran up to someone with a Nasher, and I downed them, and I was about to finish it, and before I knew it, my head blew off, and it was them. And I was like, how? It's like, how? So that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why are they down then? Like, what's going on? So there's something up with the compensation. That
You got to
itself
double tap,
is.
bro.
It's just, it's ridiculous.
I think we need to get Bill Nye the Science Guy up in here to explain that.
No.
Lag.
It's
I
lag.
don't-
It's
yeah,
just
but watching
it's,
Bill Nye the Science Guy explain anything's up.
That's true. That is actually pretty true. Although I haven't seen his new show, so maybe he's lost a step. But
The new shows are kind of
corny. Well, those old shows were corny too,
but they were still insightful.
Oh, okay.
These ones are just
Interesting.
I mean, he started
All
out
right.
as a weatherman. You got to give him props.
True. All right. So games I've been playing, I've only touched Destiny. No PUBG this week. Doing a lot of the Crucible with you guys. That was our game night.
Ooh, we
Which
had
was
a-
a lot
we
of
had a
fun.
good game night,
We had a
yeah.
great game night. That's every
think we-
Tuesday night.
we didn't lose like one match. I think.
We didn't lose
No,
a
the whole
single
night,
match.
yeah.
And no, we're not just playing regular Crucible. We were playing
Competitive.
competitive.
Yeah, the
Yep.
whole night.
And
Not trials.
it was not trials. That's a different level. And I don't have a high enough. My light level is so much that I could go into this and be fine because it's all balanced out. But I go into trials, I would get wrecked. I'd get looked at and die. So
It would just have like an ice pick and drag you back as you're crawling away.
yeah, it would be.
You're scrambling. No.
Guys. Yeah. So I played just Destiny. It's fun though. I love it. The Crucible's great. I think it's really dialed in. The 4v4 is
It's
good.
definitely more squad based.
Yeah, more squad based, and you have to communicate, and it's not just like
Hopefully you have good teammates.
hopefully you have good and always have a medic with you. We always have a medic with us. So
We don't like. Hold on. We do like exchanging the medic roles. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes it's Robert.
sometimes it's you, or sometimes it's
should
Robert.
We explain where this, should we explain where this medic role came from?
basically whoever's last on the team.
So
It's
the
not
way
what-
it came about though was we're playing and we were joking at first like last place is MVP, right? And then Ate literally got 0 kills in a match. And we're like,
but I was
dang, Ate,
reviving.
you are like the MVP. He's all, hey, I was playing medic. I was the reviver.
I
and
was.
so like we dubbed last place anytime now is the medic. No matter if he gets 20 kills and we all got 21, 22,
Yeah.
and 23,
Okay.
last place is the
We
medic.
play it like
No, it's combat medic if they actually get kills.
Yeah, it's combat med if they get kills. That's right.
we played it like golf. Whoever had the lowest efficiency won.
Yeah.
Good
I
job.
mean,
Robert won a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I lost
Getting those-
every
Yeah.
single.
Yep.
Every game.
But yeah, so game night was fun. I had a blast.
It has a lot of good stuff.
All right, you guys want to get into this week in gaming?
Let's do it.
Gaming what?
Well, first off,
I mean, gaming news.
Okay.
Yeah, but you wrote this and it says this week in gaming, so I'm just reading what you said, bro.
come on,
No,
bro.
I just copied what you put there before.
This
Move
week
on,
in
bro.
gaming news, are we in October yet? No, tomorrow starts October, and your free weeks for your free games on PlayStation Plus, you get Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. You okay over here?
He's just zoning out for some reason.
Okay.
Post.
And Amnesia Collection, plus Monster Jam Battlegrounds, Hustle Kings, Q, and Sky Force.
Dude, Metal Gear
What?
looks crazy.
Yeah, Metal Gear. I never played that one. Did you?
I got it from.
But Phantom Pain.
Yeah. Was it good? Compare it to 4, because 4 is my favorite.
I mean, I have it.
I really,
I'll let you borrow it if you want.
Okay.
really enjoyed the Phantom. A lot of acquiring the items.
Talking to the mic.
Yeah.
A
Into
lot
the
of
mic.
acquiring
There
the
you go.
items is really a tedious process, though.
Really?
Yeah, like you could get top tier armor that makes you move just as fast as like the best enemies in the game, but you have to do like crazy amounts of just
Grinding.
awkward quests.
Really?
Yeah,
And this is Metal Gear Solid?
yeah, and it costs a lot of money.
Wow.
That's weird. You get Riggs Mechanized Combat League as well.
Which you should get.
I have it.
You have rigs?
I've had it since I got the VR.
Oh, okay.
If you
So how
have a
come-
VR and you haven't played Riggs, this game's awesome.
Yeah.
That game it's like Mech Warriors meets
Football.
Football, yeah,
Meets VR.
meets like Unreal Tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like think of like an Unreal Tournament arena, and then there's a ball in the middle that at a certain point somebody has to get, and then take it all the way to the top of the arena and score for points for your team. But the whole time you're in these mechs, and you got the VR move sticks, and you're
No,
actually
it's
like,
just a controller.
oh, it's just a controller. That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you're shooting people. So it's a shooter. Really cool.
What I like about it is one, the graphics are good, but the atmosphere
I
is even
wasn't
better.
as impressed with the graphics. The atmosphere is cool, but I thought the graphics were a little.
Well, I mean, also it's the VR.
Yeah.
VR, guys. Come on.
So, but the feeling when you get into the arena, it's like you feel like you're in like a gladiator pit where all the crowds cheering you on and stuff. It feels really cool.
Yeah, it is cool. And the announcer talks about what you're doing
Mhm.
actually, and it's pretty cool. Claude brings up a great point. You mean the last 2 weeks in gaming news. He's correct. We were not here last week. This is a weekly podcast, subject to change.
We blame our cousin. For
We
this
blame
one.
our cousin. He went and got married, and we had to be there for the wedding. So,
The weekend was interesting, to say the least.
is there a story there? Is it a story you can say on the podcast?
Well, yeah, we're gonna get to it eventually.
Oh yeah. And then
We
the
can
next
talk-
day.
Oh yeah.
we, we could totally talk about it now.
I mean, if you want to.
That's right. So we good transition there, Claw. We did not do the podcast. We were at a wedding, and then we on Sunday did like a CMG day at SeaWorld in San Diego.
Means
And
whales.
vagina.
Wow.
I think we can say that, right?
Wow.
That is
Too
a,
late
that's a
now.
medical
that
term.
is the
It's
medical
already
term.
medical
said
term.
now.
And it is correct. That is
Is-
the correct
It's the correct
translation.
translation. We had a great day at SeaWorld. I have a pass, and we have passes, and oh
Get-
gosh, I can't wait for this. Hold on,
Get
hold
ready
on,
to
hold
be
on.
amazed.
And we actually found a new CMG mascot.
I hate you so much.
It was amazing how we found it. It was
I
just
don't
right there in
know
the middle of
why.
SeaWorld. And well, we'll let you guys see for yourself. It's the new X11 Tiger, our new CMG
This is
mascot.
my new CS:GO fade skin. Tiger fade.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know how it came about. I think we were walking by the
I
face
think what you
paint.
should do with this right now is just make it the full screen so people can see exactly everything.
Okay. Okay.
There was
Just-
glitter involved.
Like, don't even have us in there. Just put it straight in front
Okay.
so they can really
Oh,
admire.
you guys.
It really
Oh, this is
admire.
gonna be great. This is gonna be great. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, so we were walking by it, and
It's a little hard on my forehead.
we were every time I look at it, I start laughing. We were walking by the face painting station, and I think it was Robert that said,
Oh, Deluxe is here. Hey, Deluxe.
Yeah.
Hey, Deluxe, he said that, you know what, Chris, if you get your face painted, I'll pay for it. He's like, let's do this. And we're like, what are we getting? We're like a tiger. And he's like, let's do this. And then we started getting to the time when we were going to do it, and he started getting a little antsy and a little, so does it have to be like a tiger? Can I get like a small
see-
thing, like on the side?
See, I wanted the butterflies.
He did want the butterfly, but the
But
tiger was perfect.
The thing I was more worried about was having you guys have them paint a fallacies on my face.
If we could have done that, we would have, but we were not allowed to.
If you don't realize that one stripe right there,
Oh gosh.
that's
The best part was walking around and all the looks that Chris here was getting. Tons of looks.
And
And
girls
then
actually
people
singing.
started singing "I Am the
Oh.
Tiger," and what was the other one?
Katy Perry's "You're Gonna Hear Me."
You're gonna
Roar.
hear me
Yeah.
roar when we were going by. It was freaking
Oh my God.
hilarious. Oh my gosh. The other you did a bunch. Sorry, we can see what's about to happen on the screen, and it makes us chuckle.
I also had
I don't know
another
what they're
condition
talking
for
about.
getting a tiger painted on my face, even though you guys were paying for it.
Hold on, Deluxe says, "WTF? I just got here. What is going on? Wow."
well,
Claw says, "Deluxe, they went to SeaWorld without us." That part's true.
Yep.
That was our bad. And Mooney Girl says, "Kitty." So that you got that going for you.
Hashtag Jude Rojas. Hashtag tiger face.
he said.
Claw
Jude
says you
Rojas.
have too many family members. Let's talk about this. So we are half Mexican, and the other side of our family is Polish and Czechoslovakia and all this stuff. But the common denominator between all of them
They're
is
Catholic.
Catholicism,
Yep.
and they don't believe in birth control. So yes, we have way too many family members. I mean, it happens.
I was talking about this with my face plastered behind me.
This is amazing. So
You
yeah,
should get a poster of that. Put it right
It's a
there.
good- it's
we
a good
should.
picture.
Actually, I want
Told you we
An
should have
emoji
paid
of
for
that.
that caricature.
I just want that. Like, Ate can do it. He'll take that and make an emoji. Yeah. Let's make that next month.
And we also do like a Salt Bay thing where I'm sprinkling glitter.
Oh my gosh, this guy. All right. So that was our weekend last weekend. So you are right, Claw. In a roundabout way, I'm getting back to you.
It's not over yet.
It's 2 weeks of gaming. Oh, it's not over. That's right. At
It's not
SeaWorld,
over
Ate
yet.
almost got away with it. We witnessed the transformation of the bearded wonder
Boy into man, or
yeah, it was man
back
into
into
boy.
boy.
He reverted to his primal,
Not primal.
no, innocent childlike phase. I'm talking. I had a
Truly
4-year-old son there,
Touching
and
moment.
this guy was more excited about
What
the
brought
orcas.
him there, guys?
What brought him there?
The orcas.
The orcas. He said he wanted to go for the orcas, and when he got there, no joke, my son, who was there, very excited with them, and touching and everything, and he was done with them before Uratu was just like in awe. Like it was like Free Willy.
You want to tell them about the tears that were shed as well?
It was not tears. It was
Were
just
there tears
unlucky.
shed?
No.
Remember
'cause-
the whole when he turned around? He's
No, 'cause I-
crying.
No,
guys.
because you said that I was crying, and I turned around and I had something in my eye, and I went like this.
It was
and
the
it was
perfect
the worst timing. The worst
because,
timing.
yeah, you were joking about it, and then he comes around and is wiping a tear out of his eye. Not really a tear, but
He was
But I had
Anyway.
fun.
he had fun. Good
I
times.
enjoyed-
Was that the highlight of your day? The orcas.
It was actually.
Yeah.
We
Good.
also got him some gifts. that he
Yeah, I
forgot
meant-
to
He
bring
doesn't
in.
have here.
I meant to bring them. They got me a cozy, an orca cozy, and other stuffs.
shot glass,
Yep.
coaster.
What I was actually thinking about doing is getting the coaster here, the cozy here, and then pouring this into the shot glass and taking a shot every
Oh, that's
single
what you
time.
should have done.
That's what I was gonna do.
It was
Fail.
the most expensive shot glass I've ever purchased.
It was like what, $8?
Yeah, it was like about $10. Yeah,
That's not
All
the
right.
most expensive.
So we'll keep
the
going on with
most
the gaming
expensive
news.
one I've purchased.
Anyways, gaming news. Xbox Gold games. Games you're going to get for free this month through Xbox Live Gold are, well, and Zonner's not here to talk about it. Gone Home.
I know.
who he's
is-
told us over and over again, podcast after podcast, we need to play that game. Well, now I can get it for free, so I probably will.
He says like a 2-3 hour game.
It's like a 2-hour game, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you?
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
And
Were
it was
you-
actually a great game.
It was a great game. Okay.
For being free on PlayStation like 4 or 5 months ago,
Yeah.
when I picked it up, it was actually really good. And it was super environmental.
That's cool.
And
Did you cry?
I'm not good with that kind of thing, so yeah, it kind of bothered me a little bit. Just having like the rain and thunder and then TVs switch on and like stuff getting knocked over. And you totally think it's going to be about ghosts, but it's not. It's not about
Yeah.
ghosts at all. Well, they don't even try to play like it is.
It was a
What's the
ghost the whole
Turing
time.
test?
That I don't know. So we got the Turing test. No idea what that is, but it looks like an astronaut. So I'm gonna guess something with an astronaut in it. That's all I got for you. And then Rayman 3 HD, which everybody loves Rayman. That wasn't even okay.
Wow.
That was literally just me saying everybody loves Rayman, and then as I said it, I'm like,
man.
wow, that was too punny.
That was so bad.
That was
Rayman-
not intentional. That was
Rayman,
we can't have
unintentional.
nice
Rayman.
things.
Everyone loves Rayman.
And then
What
this
about
is an interesting
Robert?
one to get as a free game. Medal of Honor Airborne. Wasn't
That-
that a 360 game?
Yeah,
It is. You
that's
see
look,
it above the
360.
360?
Oh, I can see.
You
it
need better
now.
glasses there,
crazy.
sir.
I
I
do.
can't see what it says beneath it though. It says something Xbox One.
It says plays on Xbox One.
Yeah, because they got the backwards compatibility.
That was a fun game.
It was.
That was a really fun game. Had no legs to it. It did not last long.
Well,
but
we played it for like what? Like maybe
a month or so.
Yeah. Because during that time, what else came out? I think it was Call of Duty, or was it Halo?
That was Battlefield.
Something. Some other game just dwarfed it. Yeah.
Rip.
It was a fun game.
It was a really fun game, landing on the roofs and sniping the fools coming down at you.
It was pre-PUBG, because you could airdrop in wherever you wanted. And
Yeah.
So apparently the Turing test is kind of like the Talos Project and Portal and that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Just like a puzzle game.
Oh,
According
that's
to what
interesting.
Claw is saying.
thank you, Claw.
Then again, Claw says Xbox is best, so I don't know whether or not.
He
to
says,
believe him.
nope, wrong. The test game is very, very good Portal-like game. I'm not wrong. There's an astronaut on it. That's all I said, is that there's an astronaut in the game. I don't think I'm wrong.
Or she's wearing a fishbowl and just insane.
I mean, it looks like it's meant for some sort of high-pressure thing. It could be underwater, but
It looks astronaut-y.
yeah.
I didn't know they made. suits for
Claw
her.
says, I may be the only person happy for this, but I'm very happy to get Rayman. I think Rayman's a fun game.
I don't like his use of maybe there.
Everybody loves Raymond.
We already said that once.
We already said it.
I know. I'm gonna keep beating it like a dead horse.
Okay. All right, let's keep going. Red Dead Redemption 2 hit a new trailer that you have not watched purposely, right?
I watched the very beginning of it. This part right here.
Lucky for you, we have the whole trailer, so now the thing you didn't want to watch, you can watch all of it. This is a very anticipated game.
Yeah, I watched this about 2 to 3
First
times
your eyes.
yesterday, last night.
Yeah. Get you pumped?
Actually, it does, because it feels like Tombstone, like the movie Tombstone. Like,
Great movie.
yeah, it's not like Silverado gritty; it's Tombstone gritty.
It looks really good.
I have to admit, I got it to that part and stopped.
Okay, well, we're going to keep going with it.
They're saying it's a prequel.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and we don't know if Marston's in here. They show one part in here where it could be Marston when he was younger.
I would like to speculate something.
Go for it.
This guy's not in the second game. He's not even on the hunt list. So I'm assuming Marston kills this guy, and that's what gets him on the outs.
Ooh, good speculation, actually. That could be it. I
See,
find it
Lefty.
interesting this is called Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's a prequel. That kind of irks me.
No,
Well, what were they gonna call it? Like Red Dead Before the Redemption?
I mean, I'm
Like
not
what-
saying go as cliche as Origins,
Red Dead
but
Redemption.
Redemption.
yeah, Redemption. That'd actually be great.
Oh my god, Claw.
What? Hold on.
But Lefty Charmer says astronauty. I did like that.
I was
Astronauty.
I was-
I thought the
that's
same
great.
thing when I said it. Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of puns I don't mean to do on this show.
No, he said that.
I said it.
Oh, you said it. Okay.
That's inappropriate, Claw.
Last note says, "Ooh, that looks good." Brandon1993
Brandon's
says,
here.
"Hello, all." Hey,
Brandon.
Brandon.
How's
What
it
up,
going?
B-Dog?
B-Dog. He
B-Dog?
should be Brandon1991, but do you guys know the story behind that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got banned on somebody's chat that he used to watch all the time. And it was actually, he should have been banned. He just told the guy that the guy was like blaming his teammates. And he's like, well, that was actually you, dude. Like you. Like, insta-ban.
Insta-ban.
Insta-ban. So in order to watch that guy and comment on his stuff, he created not Brandon1991, but Brandon1993.
So what happened to Brennan in 1992?
I just skipped it.
He went 1992.
Oh, no. Maybe it's Brandon X26 he was, then he went to Brandon 1993. I'm getting you two confused, I think.
He put down Brandon 1992 and he messes up again. He comments something, he gets wiped again. It's like, oh man. Oh,
I gotta
every
be honest
time.
though.
What?
I don't really like the idea of playing a villain in the Red Dead universe.
Unless it's some sort of redemption
I think it
story.
sounds fun.
I mean, it's the Wild Wild West. There's a gray line for villains.
Well,
like
that's what I liked about Red Dead 1. You could go and lean either way
hmm
without your story being too affected because you're just an on-the-line character.
Okay.
This guy just seems intrinsically bad.
Seems, but do you know that they're actually saying he's going to be the villain in the story?
Well, I mean,
he-
he threatens to kill a kid.
When he,
Like,
well,
right
Okay,
out
so
of
he's
the
kind of a
he
douche.
threatens
So-
to. Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, because the mom was
Oh
widowed.
yeah.
Yeah, and he threatened to make the mom wear a black dress for the second time. On his account. Yeah, it was kind of... And, you know, going onto a train and shooting it up also isn't a good guy thing.
I mean,
Could be.
who's on the train?
All right.
So we're excited for this game. You're incredibly excited for it.
I am.
Yeah, I think it looks great. It looks,
Cause I like games like this where it's
yeah.
it's a
Did they...
historical type of environment.
Did they not say that this was PS4 Pro captured?
It is PS4 Pro captured.
Let's go.
This
cool.
trailer.
All right, so we also have coming in new info on God of War, which this is like my most anticipated game
Yeah.
of next year. Did you just say at me?
Wanna hear a secret?
I want you to get out if that's about to say you don't like God of War.
I've never played God of War.
Oh my gosh.
You and like a lot of people like me and Brandon 1993.
Well, you don't play any games, Robert.
Yeah, you play like the random
You can
ones
play
you find
Smite
on
and Portal,
Steam,
and that's
and
about it.
then
I haven't played Smite or Portal in
I
months.
got this, Matt. How about you finish The Last of Us before you get in on this conversation?
Whatever.
if you're new to the show, there's a reoccurring joke, and it could not be reoccurring, but
If only he would actually-
he would finish the game
Yeah.
that
You know.
he started almost when we started the show back in January,
Whatever.
right?
Whatever.
Anyways, new God of War content or info. We got a new trailer, which looks freaking sick, right?
How does it look, Matt?
Looks.
And they spoke about the new. They let us in on one of the new characters, which is the Draugr or Draugr.
The Draugr.
Draugr.
It's a enemy, like one of the enemies you fight in the game.
You
Yes.
fit fight.
Fit fight.
He looks good. This is it right here behind us, which is pretty cool.
Yo, I
If
didn't
you open
know
up
my
that
mom
link
was in
method,
God of
they
War.
kind of talk about more.
Oh, I have it open.
Oh, okay.
So, what's really cool about it is they're trying to make all the characters in this game, all the enemies you fight, elemental. In that, not that they have elemental powers, but that they actually environmental. Sorry, that they fit into their environments. That they
Yeah.
come out of where you would normally expect to find them, like from behind a tree or
Well, not only
out. Go ahead.
Not only that, but these characters can show up in other places, and they gain the attributes of that environment.
Okay, and like if they're if they're in a snowy area, they're gonna have snow on them. They're gonna have different things.
Mud.
And it's gonna be more realistic than the God of War, which we all loved. Was
Yeah.
bad guys appear, bad guys appear. Here's a harpy. Here's a Medusa. Here's a ogre, and they just come out of nowhere. This is trying to make you feel like you're actually in that world, and they are a part of it.
I'm really hoping that this game doesn't end up like Destiny, where I have to go collect like 15 fire axes to make a good fire axe to
No.
kill a snow enemy.
No, no, it's not gonna be like
God
that.
of War usually had a skill base.
It's a skill tree, yeah, based off XP basically. Now this one
It'd be kind of
could
funny
be
to see
a
Kratos
little more
just
RPG, but
carrying around a sack full of axes.
yeah. So it looks exciting. Now, this is the one thing that I took from this that was interesting. Wicked Minds says, "Is there going to be a CMG Gears 2 event? We don't know yet, guys. Well,
Gears 2.
it would be.
Gears 2.
I think he
Gears
means
2.
season 2.
Season 2.
I think that's what it means.
Who's
We
coming
would love
in?
for that to happen, but we don't know.
It could be
That's probably.
Jesus.
Oh no, going on. We're now filmed in front of a live studio audience.
They're in the back.
I'm gonna go to the
want a
chat
seat?
real
I'll get you a
fast.
seat.
I don't know who Oscar.
That's right there.
Oh, dot, man.
Dot dot
Hello,
dot.
Papa
dot.
Rojas.
That's that's the thing.
Papa Rojas, dot.
All right, so the one thing that I took out of this that was actually pretty interesting, and I never thought about it till they said it, was before, and the other Gears of, or the other God of War games, Wicked Minds got me on Gears of War.
Yeah.
They were 80% keyframe animation
Oh, yeah.
and 20% motion capture, which we're used to, and the games look great. But this one has a more realistic feel, and the reason that is because they actually switched to a 90% motion animation, motion capture animation, and 10% keyframe, which is interesting. They're kind of following the Uncharted, Last of Us,
Yeah. And
way of
if
doing
you
things.
don't know what keyframing is, it's basically somebody, an animator that's on the program, manually moving every
Frame
single.
by frame.
frame
Yeah.
by
frame
frame.
by
Well, it's
frame.
not. You can say, okay, he's got to get from here to here in this many frames, and it does it. But
Well, that's
yeah.
called tweening when you fill it in via program.
Yeah.
When you have that. But
Tween-
yes.
It's called tweening, I'll take.
Yeah, because you're going between the frames.
Got
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well, you can say it's just like a spaceship. You're moving a spaceship, right? You move it from point A to point B on a line,
Yeah.
and then you say, I want it done in 30 frames.
Yeah.
And then it'll take 30 frames to get to that point. So
Yeah.
it's not like you have to set every individual thing, but
Well,
yes,
you could.
I sure
you
hope
could.
they do on video
Please-
games. I
please
mean,
Well,
tell
no,
me
yeah. I mean,
they're
sometimes,
using
but
Planet of the Apes mocap. I want to see God of War.
God of the
War. It's like, yeah,
The
who are
singular
you?
war.
I am God of the War.
Which one?
Which one?
Well-
Vietnam.
The 7 Days War?
the last note says the trailer moves too quickly. I'm trying to read the Futhark, which is the
Viking runic language.
yeah, runic language. Wicked Minds is stuck on Gears Season 2. When will CMG host the Gears tournament? We don't know yet, bro. We don't know yet. We just got off of August.
Yeah.
We're trying to recoup, and we'll
I've got the
figure it
answer.
out. What?
When you find it in your heart, we will host the tournament. Just, the tournament will
What?
be in your heart. Just gotta keep us there.
Are you high?
I don't know.
I wish.
Jeez.
Claw says God of War doesn't interest
God of
me.
Wars doesn't interest me.
How do I say this politely?
Get out.
Get out of the chat.
GTFO.
Yeah.
Unmodded. I mean, keep.
Lefty Charm says, "What the LOL." We don't know. He's our sub, and we really don't know what Xlorn's going to bring to the table from week to week. He just
Usually despair
Depression,
and, yeah.
confusion, despair, nihilistic tendencies. I didn't go to sleep until like 6 this morning.
Wicked Mind.
Why do you
Actually,
even go to sleep then? If you
apparently he's the Wicked Mind's whisperer because Wicked Mind says, "I understand." He says, "I understand." So apparently you lost everybody
Except
in
Wicked
this
Minds.
chat except for
Wicked
Wicked
Mind's got
Minds.
it.
He
He's
got
like,
you. So I take back everything I said about how weird that was.
He's gonna.
Oh, you missed it.
Oh,
earlier.
you missed it. So
Can we bring that
Jimmy's in
back
the
up, Rob?
audience, and he says that he's hoping you were gonna have the face paint on. Let's throw it back up again, just real fast.
Yeah.
So if anybody missed the tiger face paint, here it is. In 3, 2, 1, boom!
There. Just for you.
Just for you. It's great.
By the way, if everyone wants to donate for the next event, we'll get a face painter just to specifically paint me different things for each different day.
Well, no, every hour you just
Oh
come on
yeah,
the
just
stream
change
like,
it
"Hey,
every
guys,
hour. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
We could.
that'd be amazing. You're getting like a unicorn on your face.
Okay, so what's the next thing?
All right, so I think this game looks cool. I mean, obviously we're already excited about it, but they're switching to something we were already. Lefty Charm says, "LMAFO, it's beautiful. It
It
is.
is.
If you missed the story, Lefty, it was.
Chris,
It's
yeah,
transcendent.
It was Basically, it's our new mascot. Oh, and if you guys can't tell, I don't know if you can. We got the premium package. We made sure there was glitter on it.
No, the glitter was free.
Well, it was free
The
because we got the
premium
premium
package-
paints.
No, it was free in total.
Oh.
It's just we paid for the most premium face paint they had, where it covered like 90% of my face and made people sing the song. And you're gonna hear me roar.
That's exactly what I did.
You made Katy Perry sound like a 1920s.
I can't. I can't
Oh,
see
that,
the
is that
glitter.
it?
Oh, he's gonna make it worse.
I don't see any glitter. I'm sorry. I'm trying
It's-
to see it.
On my
Yeah.
forehead.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the
it's
money
all
shot.
over his forehead.
Just call-
It's tough to tell.
You guys might be able to see it.
It's
Anyways, we got to get back to the podcast.
So another thing about the God of War, they've been doing this
Dog of War.
God of War. They've been doing this.
Lefty Charm says sing more. You got a fan. Go for it. You're 1920s.
No, we got to keep on going.
We do.
let's move
We're
on,
running
because
so
we're gonna
far
listen
behind.
are we gonna listen to Caravan Palace?
So
when I'm
after
home?
God of War,
Well, also, hold on. God of War is doing this
Which I didn't know about. This is
podcast.
cool.
It's basically like a little podcast documentary about the history and the environment and leading up to the game, all the mythology and what you
Yeah,
can
it's a
find
different mythos, basically.
every podcast.
And it
they-
starts off cool with them reading like a page from their mythos, from their lore.
Yep.
And then it goes into discussion. This was their third one. You gotta stop looking at the transition page.
I'm sorry.
So if you're interested, go check it out on YouTube. You can
And
find the.
It's called what?
I don't remember.
The Lost Pages or
The
something.
Lost. Hold on.
The Lost City.
Didn't it
Atlantis.
just show it
Yeah.
in this trailer just
It
now?
did.
it's the lost city of Atlantis, guys.
Lost Pages of Norse Myth.
Of
Yeah.
Atlantis.
So go check
It's
it
a
out.
companion podcast. This article says podcasted. They didn't spell it correctly.
Whatever.
So
But it's kind of cool.
Why is
And
this
that's
getting
the
so
article
much
we
attention in
use.
that's the
chat?
article.
That's the article we use. They can't even spell podcast right.
They can't even spell podcast. What's the chat saying? He sounded like Nathan Lane.
Oh man, they love you, dude.
That's not something that's normal.
All right. Mooney says that was super cool to listen to. Apparently, she listened to it. So go check it out.
I think she means ex-Lorian singing.
No.
But anyway.
I think she was talking about the podcast.
I'm really hoping it was
She's
the
talking about this
podcast.
'cause she was
Oh, that's
listening
fine,
to it.
guys. I can't joke even a little bit. I'll like, no.
Oh, I
it's
thought
the
you were being
pod.
serious.
Oh yeah, we thought.
Well, Rob, you can joke a little bit. That's
so-
why you're alive.
Our next article says GTA, we hate you, but this time in a good way. I didn't write that. That was you.
Yeah.
But we
Okay.
do have a certain anger with GTA, and that's because that game is how old?
The newest one, like what?
2,
5?
3 years?
Is it 5 or?
I think it's 4.
4 years?
Okay.
And it
been
is
a-
still every month in the top 10 highest sold games. Every month.
Every month.
Last month it was second on all platforms. Like,
What the heck?
insane.
2013.
13, so 4 years.
Okay.
But
But
that's the reason we hate it. It's not a bad game. We like the game. We played it. Well, I don't know if you guys did, but I did.
It's a bad game.
He hates it. Got it.
No, but in all seriousness, though, I'm not a fan of GTA because
I'm not a
once
fan. I'm not a fan of the multiplayer. I can tell you that.
once you complete the story, the world just feels so empty.
just like your heart.
I was gonna say just like my
Your soul?
family life and genuine human
Just
connection.
you in general, I think.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyways, so this
Okay,
is
Claw.
interesting. Now I don't really. What is Claw saying?
I got some beef with you already, Claw. I hate you.
Oh, you got the flip the table exotic
I
email.
spent $70
Why?
and
would you-
didn't get a single one. Not a single exotic
He's taking the
emote.
Zonner route.
Don't take the Zana route.
It's
You're gonna be $400 in the hole and then maybe get it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Smite.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, so GTA. This article was weird. I didn't
It's a
really
kind of a
like it.
janky article,
Yeah,
to be
it was kind of
honest.
clickbaity, and I wasn't a big fan. But they basically spoke about Gears of, or not? What is it? Gears of War. I'm stuck on the Gears of War. Grand Theft Auto
6.
6 and how it probably won't be released until PS5,
Comes
and
out.
then and then
they specified 2020.
But that's.
Yeah.
I think they were looking at the Grand Theft Auto release, not the
Yeah.
PS5 release.
Yeah, they were. It was the way they got to their prediction was
Super janky. Like,
so. Yeah, it was not well thought out. It didn't have a whole lot to back it beyond. They always push the system limits, so that means they've already pushed this system's limits, so they're not gonna put the next one on. And then we're thinking because the PS3 lasted 7 years, that this one will come out in 2020, another 7 years. I didn't like the article. You can talk about it. Go for it.
I mean, it kind of, the way I saw it, kind of puts it more of a timeline of when the PS4 or PS5 will come out and what games will actually push it. Like you said, Rockstar with Grand Theft Auto could be the driving force behind the PS5.
Claw says no way. GTA 5 push Xbox One and PS4. GTA 5 was built for 360 and PS4. It was built more with PS4 and Xbox One in mind, though. You can tell, because it was glitchy and had issues on the other one. Now, when they say they push it, their article, what they mean by pushing the systems is they mean the open world, the cities, the details in the cities. They do recognize that it's kind of more of a cartoon aesthetic, so they don't really mean in detail of graphics of the models and stuff.
Unless they pull this out.
Now, this is the interesting thing. This is the next part of it. Which, by the way, I don't think 2020. I'm still saying end of 2018. We at least get an announcement.
Maybe there's PSX. We get something.
That's what I'm hoping. I think we're back now.
Let me refresh.
There we go.
All right, so that was interesting. Everything crashed. This is what happens when we apparently try running 60 FPS pictures in the background, or videos in the background, whilst streaming and recording the podcast. So
in 1080p
and
60.
1080p.
It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, 60 frames.
Can we get like a better processor?
We could rebuild a system, but it's honestly just a lot of process.
You know,
All right.
you know
because
what
the
else?
system it already has a really high-end 8-core for what it is.
Do we have a 32 core?
We have to.
We need more cores, damn it.
We could build that Threadripper, guys.
Let's download more cores.
More cores? Well, we can try and jump right back into that video and see what happens.
Let's not.
I'm ready.
I say we don't.
I'm one click away.
I can see the transition page, Dork.
Yeah, it's not going to show until I
okay. Anyways, we're talking about Grand Theft Auto.
Fine, no video. It's so pretty though.
Yeah. They say that the next one's not coming out to the next system. That's cool. It's not a real like going out on a limb prediction. Going out on a limb prediction was 2020 with very little backing to their prediction.
And it's really just like, it always comes out to push the new system. So the new one that comes out has to push a new system. So there's got to be a new system.
I was not really impressed with that article.
And Chris, what did you say this looks like? This PS5?
Looks like a photoshopped Xbox.
Now,
Kinda does.
this is not the real
No,
thing.
not
This is
even.
just
No,
somebody.
this is just a stupid mock-up.
Yeah.
You know, I hate to rag on this guy, but they really did a bad job. I'm seeing like a pointed corner, then a rounded one in the front, and also his light source is really obnoxious in that photo as well.
Anyways,
You're putting too much thought into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a really poor Photoshop
Anyway,
job.
so they we're not there. Yeah, so they the other thing that happened was they knew which we can't play the video for you because it crashed our system.
I want to try it.
Don't do it.
Please don't.
Don't do it.
I think we can do it.
Don't. They came out with a new graphics package for PC, right?
I'd want to show it, but yeah.
Yeah, and
Can we show
we can
screenshots?
tell you it looks amazing because GTA isn't exactly photorealistic. It's stylized.
Mm-hmm.
This makes it look photorealistic until you get to the people. They have that same
They look a little cartoony.
yeah
That's nice.
cartoony coloring to them, but the cityscapes and the
Don't you rag on my waifus?
okay. Anyways, so that's what's happening there. Now this is something I'm incredibly excited for, and I don't even know what I'm excited for. I just know that I'm excited for this. Rocksteady, the makers of the Arkham series, has said, and I'll try to read it. Be patient, fans. I know we're not talking right now, but when we do, people are going to lose their minds. Can't wait.
So yeah, that's it. That's all we know.
It's an entire game based off of Harley Quinn.
I don't know. All I know is if
Wait.
they put out a game, I'm excited for it.
Hey, last week I was on, not last week, but the week before last, because I was mentioning like the whole like insanity thing with Joker and
Yeah,
how
we talked
he-
about Joker, how it could be a Joker game.
This could be them alluding to like it being a game about villains.
Wait a minute, lose their minds.
Yeah, I was reading that too. Maybe that's an allusion to.
The Joker.
The
If we get a full Joker game like we just talked about 2 weeks before this announcement happened, that's the game we could see happening. I mean, we're psychics at this point.
That would be
Rocksteady,
like
I'm
the
gonna need some a little bit of slide over for announcing that for you guys. Just a little bit of incentive money.
No. Okay, so
Nope. So
we've predicted a few things on the show already.
Metroid Prime 4,
We predicted that. Predicted the name for the Xbox One X.
well, Xbox One X, yeah.
yes, we did.
So you were the Xbox One X, I was the Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
You were the Joker game, apparently. One sub in, you're making predictions, possibly. Possibly.
we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
2 subs in now.
No, but you didn't made it on your one sub in. That's what I'm saying.
Dang.
Yes, if you subscribe to us, you can come to our studio and sit right here.
You might want to say sit a little more clearly.
Sit. You're gonna sit right here.
Sit right here.
That's what you're gonna do.
Sit.
S-I-T,
By the way, they're not
sit.
talking about the chair. They're talking about just
No.
On Chris.
On Chris. You can sit on Chris if you get here.
I'm gonna sit on you.
Claude will get there. So
Oh,
speculation. We're all hoping for the Joker game. What else what would make the mass culture if it's not a sneaky subliminal message about the Joker losing your minds? What would in just reality make them be like, oh my gosh, I've wanted this game for forever. I didn't what's a pop?
They're making the new Halo game.
Ooh. A VR
There's
game.
no way.
I'm just
No
kidding.
way.
No.
It's a VR game where you get to be Alfred.
I want them to remake KOTOR.
Okay, but if they made a full VR game, they're excluding they're in it to make money. They're in it to
that's why
make
it's
copies.
For Alfred. You're gonna be like making food, getting the
my
Batmobile ready.
Oh my god,
Like,
that would be great.
You're just around the house doing all of his laundry.
I could just imagine
Dusting.
Batman coming home mad at you because you dropped like one of his like missiles from his Batmobile and it
The
didn't
only time
work.
you-
Alfred, I said no crust on my sandwich.
The only time there's any action is when you're saving Batman's ass.
I mean,
the
there
only
was
time.
And it's really just you driving slowly in a Rolls Royce to pick up
Get
Batman.
him up, shove away.
there was that portion in Arkham Knight where Alfred was a baller for a good like minute.
There's a
and then
few
it was
portions
over.
in comic book history where he's kind of a baller.
That show Gotham, he's a freaking baller.
He's awesome. So any guesses?
A real guess?
A real
Hey,
beyond
hey,
the
hey.
Joker is our prediction.
Yeah.
Any other guesses of what it could be? Speculations? Nah,
Well, lose
Scarecrow?
their minds. He said lose their minds. It could be Scarecrow.
could be. So these guys are thinking
Harley
Scarecrow.
Quinn. There's a bunch of people that
It
lost
could be
their
Harley
minds.
Quinn though, because she lost her mind, and because everybody would freak out because everybody loves her right now.
Well, I mean, they did make a DLC about her and Joker, so I'm basing my assumptions.
And
off of that.
Catwoman.
Or it could
and
not even be
Nightwing,
Batman
and-
related altogether.
Could be Superman.
Or it could
Could
not even.
be.
It may not even be superhero.
I don't want to see that. I don't want that game.
Are you sure?
You'd have to really surprise me. You'd have to make it something that I didn't know I wanted. Like,
What if they switched over to the MCU?
That would be.
I'd be so angry.
treason.
Lose your minds.
On MCU, who I'd want to see. Ooh, if they did a Wolverine game, I'd play that.
Oh.
Remember the last time they tried a Wolverine
Hey,
game?
that game was good. You shut up. I enjoyed that game. It was linear and it was basic, but it was fun.
Let's see.
Claw says Hulk Rampage game.
Yeah, but that's just the Hulk
That's-
games in general.
yeah.
Like, you don't do anything but smash stuff and run around.
Unless it's like Rampage, like the old game where you like go up the buildings
Oh,
and,
yeah. Oh
my
like
God,
punch, but it's like
yes.
Hulk instead, and like you'd be like the
Oh.
She-Hulk or Gray Hulk. You know,
That's
just-
where you grab
He just
the,
rips out
It's all
food,
2D.
starts eating it instead
Yeah.
of people.
I'm down with that.
they're making a new Star Trek game.
Ooh,
That would be cool.
that would be.
I think you guys already have the Star Trek
Yeah.
VR thing.
One
You
that
should just
isn't VR,
Be
hopefully.
happy.
Don't worry.
That is a
be
good game.
happy.
Oh god.
I want
Okay.
Rocksteady to make an Attack on Titan
All right.
game.
Moving on.
Nintendo is launching 18 games for the Switch this week. That's right, 18.
Latte move.
games. Ate, get out of the way.
The other way, Ate. Your chair's in the
No,
way
you need
now.
just need to
Like these games right here even
slide
matter. All
over.
these right here, from here down to about here, they don't matter.
They don't matter apparently.
I feel bad for those companies that made those.
I have the
games.
list. I'm gonna.
It's just like
It's
they don't
easier to
matter.
read here.
Cool.
All right, so we have FIFA 18.
That's the only one that matters.
Hooray!
That one's great. Earth Atlantis. Don't know what it is.
This is all
Golf
coming- This
Story.
is all coming to the Switch.
Golf Story. Don't know what it is. Is that the new golf?
I mean, obviously it's a golf.
I'm pretty
No,
sure
I thought it was
it's
like the
golf
Hot
in
Shots.
it.
What's the new Hot Shots
It's
called?
Everybody's golf.
That's everybody's
Yeah,
golf.
everybody's golf. Yeah.
That's for PS4.
What is just a documentary? Golf Story.
What's this arcade archives?
Arcade Archives, Mario Bros. I'm guessing that's a few Mario Bros.
Old
games.
arcade. Mario
One
games?
Piece. That's the anime, right?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Uh,
Former anime. That show died seasons ago.
I mean,
That's-
but it
that's your
still
own
exists,
opinion.
right?
That's your own opinion.
So it's
Chris.
still an anime.
That's not my
There's
opinion.
still
that's
episodes.
That's
There's still episodes.
All right. Picross S. Don't know what that is. Tower of Babel.
they're bringing Picross back.
What is Picross, Xlorian? Tell us.
You don't know, really?
If
Sounds
I
familiar.
actually knew,
It
do you
sounds
think I would
familiar.
say?
Rob knows too.
It
What is
sounds
it?
really familiar. Is it Pikmin?
Picross is the game that you play with the Pokemon,
Pikmin on
and you delete the
motorbikes?
blocks based on numbers. It's like 3D Sudoku.
Oh, I
Sudoku.
never played that.
Mm.
Sudoku?
Sudoku.
Sudoku.
Aren't
Got
you
it.
Asian?
Yeah,
Wow.
Okay.
that's racist.
Then we got Sparkle 2, Demo, Tower of Babel, Conja Master.
I like
Party.
You just skipped one completely. Okay, no, you didn't.
Nah, I caught myself went back, huh?
Well, they brought out
Pankapoo, which is the retarded cousin of Pikachu. I don't actually know that. And I don't know if I can say
Too
retarded
late.
on this.
Moving
We'll
on.
say
You
slow.
said it twice now.
Intellectually.
Intellectually
disabled.
challenged
Guys, stop.
versus
Stop.
Butcher, Brave Dungeon, Binaries, Astro Bears Party.
That sounds like a
That's
fun
the
game.
one. And
That's
if you
a
tell
game
me
right
that
there,
there's
I'll
not an
tell you.
astronaut in that one claw, we're gonna have
the
words.
last one.
Dude,
sounds
that's a
really
let's play right
inappropriate.
there. Astro Bears Party.
I mean, I wish Nintendo would just like give you something good.
Well, FIFA 18.
Okay, hold on.
FIFA.
That makes me sad that you don't know what Demo is and how great of a game that was. Demo was
Was.
fantastic.
Are these all just old arcade games they're
No,
bringing?
Demo it was a mobile game, but it was a very heavily story-driven mobile game, and it was
He doesn't play
essentially
mobile games.
it was essentially Piano Hero.
Talk to your mic.
Was that the one with the? Was that the one with the? No, I was thinking. I was thinking of the one with the maestro, where you train to be the maestro, but that's a different one.
All right.
All right.
All right, so we can keep moving. Nintendo has a lot of games coming out, and
None of them matter.
17 of them we don't care about.
Yeah, that's Demo.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
The rhythm game, which I can get down with. So maybe like 16 of them we don't care about. Now this is the one that Claw's been chomping at the bit for us to get to, and he might want to pump the brakes. Xbox wins the 4K fight. They are putting out a game.
I don't like that article title. at
Yeah.
all.
No,
It-
I wrote that.
Yeah.
They
Well-
win the 4K fighting game.
Yeah,
I
fighting.
read,
It's the only.
I read the article and I was like, what? And then I read the actual article. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
Are
okay.
we
Yeah,
getting a
it's
new,
the only
like, Street
fighting game
Fighter or
right now.
something?
That's in 4K.
So
in
this
4K.
is Killer Instinct, which was a launch title for the Xbox One in 2013, so 4 years ago.
Jeez.
Battletoads.
Yeah. If I had known he was in this game, I would have bought that game forever ago. I love Battletoads. That was my
Well, they
favorite.
give it away a few times for the games with gold.
I didn't want it. I said I don't want your trash, and then I saw this, and I was like, dang it.
Well, Matt, now
Well,
it's
see,
4K.
There's now
footage-
jokes on me.
This footage they're showing is simulated heavily. Because in game, you couldn't actually see the other person beating you down, and you would lose before you even saw them move.
All right,
Because
so-
lag.
Lag, yeah.
Well, if you're playing on the same console, there'll be no. Like,
Yeah, but I'll say, how often does that happen?
That's
actually,
that's
most
what
of
all
the-
we do when we
yeah.
play. It's fun.
We don't.
Anyway,
we hardly
so
play fighting games.
What they're showing is it's a 4K
Remaster.
remaster. What they did was they added obviously more pixels so they could get better textures.
That is 4K.
They put a better
What?
texture mapping on the ground, but they didn't change like the shading or upgrades to the animation or anything. So they said that you can tell that it's an upscaled game versus, but it still looks,
Looks really nice.
it looks really nice.
Oh,
But-
so it's not rendered in 4K; they're just upscaling.
Yeah, and it is a game that is old, so the models are not extremely advanced. Like if
that,
you
that
tried,
raptor looks nice though.
First
Yeah.
off, Paul just says
Oh.
you guys are in hate mode today only because Sony can't make a good
Wait.
first-party fighting game.
Is this a good first-party fighting game?
let's
No.
not talk about this. This one was a flop. The original Killer Instinct was good, but this one was a flop.
And he seems to forget there's a thing called Tekken.
Tekken's amazing.
Oh.
Don't
Don't they have world tournaments for that? Oh yeah, they do.
They do. Do they have Killer Instinct World Tournaments?
Probably not.
Probably in
favorites.
Used
Claw's
to.
basement.
Wow.
So they got this game to run in 4K, which is good. 60 frames per second, which is great. It doesn't. We're hoping that this is not the cap of what the Xbox One X can do,
No.
because
This is
they
really
used an
disappointing.
old game. They
Yeah.
could not. We want to see this is not tell us, oh my gosh, Xbox One X 4K. No, we want to see you take a game like Injustice 2 with crazy animation, with crazy model characters and maps on them that are just, high detail. Put that in 4K and put
Or-
it 60 frames per second, and that's when we're going to be like,
Or
now
just
we're
make
impressed.
a game from the ground up that does 4K. I mean,
They will.
this is not made from the ground up.
And
And they
for 4K.
redid his pants.
Yeah, and something in the article that they talked about was this game in 4K with this same exact, it's basically the same exact graphics package that they have on the PC. 3 years ago, when this game came out, or 4 years ago, whatever it was, could
Yeah.
run on an i3.
Yeah.
So it's not overly intensive. It is, and it's a 2D or rather 2.5D, as you corrected us earlier. Yes, it's cool that you got a game in 4K and 60 frames per second. We're
it-
not overly impressed yet.
Is it true 4K though?
They
Is
said
it-
it was
So-
at 41, 44.
So
P,
it's
I
a true
believe.
4K resolution, but you're still playing a game that graphically is old.
Yes. So that's the issue. Is the resolution is there, but
And Claw says that Forza 4K, 60 frames per second.
I have
It's
yet to see that on an
3840 by
an actual
2160.
Xbox, so I'm waiting for that Forza to be on in front of me on an Xbox so I can
Yeah.
see it and be like, oh, okay, yeah.
so it is impressive. It's at 3840 by 2160,
Yep.
as opposed to an Injustice 2 on the PS4 Pro that runs at 1440p, but they're completely different level of intensity in graphics and everything. Put that Injustice 2 over there, and we're gonna be like bowing down. That'd be impressive if you could do that at 60 frames per second on a console.
I gotta be honest, I'm looking at the gameplay on the monitor,
Mm-hmm.
and I played Injustice with Ate over SharePlay, that still looks better than this to me. It looks graphically more
Well, this is a 1080p screen.
enticing.
Yeah.
No,
It's
he's-
still,
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not overly.
that's the point I'm getting at. We
intensive.
streamed
Yeah.
a game from
from San Diego
You're right.
to LA.
yeah, and it's still more visually appealing than this.
All right.
All right. What do you guys say?
So
We
we,
get
do,
into-
we do have a nitty gritty, but I think there's another topic we need to talk about before we jump.
Oh, and it's one that Deluxe asked
yeah,
about
Deluxe popped
earlier.
Up. Yeah, it's interesting. I think Chris has some stuff to say about it.
This is about which it's not on our notes, so you don't know about it, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
about the Fortnite /
Fiasco.
PUBG fiasco, where PUBG is suing
I mean,
Fortnite over, from
It-
what I've heard,
pretty-
basically
very
stealing their
similar
game.
game,
Have you seen them?
Yeah.
I watched some Fortnite of that Fortnite yesterday, and like it is the same thing.
It's PUBG. Yeah.
The only
No.
difference is that you can make like
Walls and
walls and
buildings,
stuff
yeah.
like you do in regular Fortnite.
So if it's my point on that is if it's the same game mode, same game type, it doesn't matter. H1Z1 is basically the same thing.
Same
but
engine too.
Yeah, well, yeah, but what I heard, what Robert had said to me on the drive up here that piqued my interest was like they're like stealing a lot of the UI
Yes.
for it and making it look the same in places and menu systems. That's where you're going to reach an issue. If you
That and
take a game mode, that
I mean you
know.
drop in a balloon on a big island that looks rather similar
It's
to
an Airbus,
Airbus.
Yeah.
They call it the Airbus.
And you just drop in when like you do in PUBG.
Mhm.
and the plane in PUBG is referred to as the Airbus.
Really?
Yes.
Well, Airbus is a term, though. I mean, that's an
But
actual
yeah,
thing.
it's still a little bit of a dig.
Yeah.
Especially because they bring up PUBG in a lot of their advertising.
So anyway.
It's kind of like,
What button do I push? That says hello, hello.
oh, he's been here before.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. What button do I push?
Up, down, A, B, A, B, left, right, left,
That's
right.
the joke
select,
we made
start.
the first
Yeah.
time we saw
Yeah.
it.
Oh. All right. So you had also said that the
You got it.
Sorry, I was reading Claus. He's still stuck on Killer Instinct.
Oh God.
Get in the now. Live in the now. You had said that everybody thought Fortnite and PUBG were in this together. Bluehole is the developers
PUBG.
of PUBG. Epic being the developers of Fortnite. You had said that Fortnite had been saying that PUBG is like, oh, they're very happy and we're doing this
Yes.
together, and that's not what it seems to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Fortnite said we're working together. What did PUBG say?
Not exactly working together, but Fortnite is being supported by, like, they're just kind of like cheering.
They're saying we have the full support in this endeavor, kind of
they
thing.
don't.
Really, we license you our engine. We didn't say make our exact same
Can I,
game.
can I say the word hell? Well, too late. I already did.
Hell.
But basically, PUBG was like, oh hell no.
Yeah, yeah. So this could blow up in their face.
Already has.
The worst part is that they came out with it. What did you say, Chris? A week
About a
before.
week and a half before PUBG's beta dropped on Xbox.
So it's
Yeah,
like
it's jacked up.
you're gonna sit there and steal PUBG players
I mean, you're
with
not.
a free beta.
I mean, they're not going to steal the players.
Have you seen how many people have been playing Fortnite because
Right.
of this game mode?
Yeah, I
it's-
mean,
Yeah, that's
I've seen the game mode, and it's
it's fun, but it's not PUBG.
It's bad when you see PUBG streamers playing Fortnite.
well, they're all going to do it because it's the thing.
it's the thing. Yeah, everybody's doing it right now.
But people are going to go back to PUBG.
yeah,
Well, that's the
Easy.
exact point that PUBG's trying to make, though. They did it right when PUBG was like gaining the gravity for a console release, and then Fortnite dropped it a week earlier.
There
just to
goes your
steal
gravity.
that limelight.
Well, good on PUBG for going after a huge developer in Epic Games. And we all know what's going to happen. Epic Games will probably settle for some millions of dollars or whatever, and then be told, slap on the wrist, don't do that again, and have to retool their UI and all that.
So, Bluehole doesn't actually want to go through with a lawsuit. They want to settle this,
Mm-hmm.
peacefully.
Peacefully.
Per se.
So what's happening with that?
So they wouldn't tell Fortnite to
What did
drop
Epic
their
say?
mode or something.
They're basically saying, like, if they aren't cooperative or they don't respond to us, they will go through with a lawsuit.
Okay.
But if, Fortnite's just like, oh yeah, no, we'll get this out of here, we'll change all this. And I mean, essentially we'll completely remove the game mode to rework everything, then they'll, just take that and their money quietly and go. Or they'll turn it into this huge court case and cost everyone a lot more money than
Yeah.
it needs to.
yeah.
Um,
So yeah, there's that.
yeah, so not a great move by Epic, unfortunately. We're big Epic fans.
Yeah.
Not a smart
we
move.
even played Fortnite at 3.
Yeah.
We had fun
we
with
were
it.
we were in the Epic room
Yeah.
upstairs at E3.
Must have been a really cool room.
It's pretty
it was
epic.
That's
cool.
all right. That's all right.
It was epic. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, literally, it's
Yeah.
like you
You
go
were-
there and it's.
You were getting what I was putting
Yeah.
down there.
But it was they had donuts. I mean, what's more epic than that? Yeah.
That's pretty epic.
Cronuts.
Okay, you need to stop with your one-upping attitude. Nobody likes a one-upper.
I just prefer cronuts. They're lower in calories.
Anyway, so it was yeah, not a smart move by them. Anyways, let's get into the nitty gritty. It's where we really break down a certain story, theme, topic, whatever, and get down to the nuts and bolts of it and
Let's get down to business.
hash it out. To defeat the Huns.
What do you? Yeah. So we'll get into that.
You're fired. So, when is online trash talking too much? Exploring, you're probably not a good poster child for saying when
Yeah,
it's
for
too
this,
much because
yeah.
you don't really have a filter
Actu-
online.
Actually, I am.
Okay.
Like, when it comes to trash talking other people,
Mm-hmm.
I have a limit. But when I'm trash talking with you guys in a private setting,
Oh.
That's true. Okay.
there is no limit because.
Okay, so let's not even go to people. The theme here is form based. So when is it? And we've all been on forums, and we've all seen Twitters. We've all seen, 343 comes out, or not 343. We'll say Coalition comes out with an update, and everybody.
Shut your mouth, Claw.
What happened?
He says, "Isn't this podcast just built on trash talking?"
It really is.
Kinda.
Are you based on
Um,
fluffing Xbox?
So, anyways,
Can I drop this off the table really quickly?
No.
no,
You drop it into my hand.
break it, you buy it. So
I'm okay
we've
with
all
that.
seen, Coalition comes out with a new update, and immediately you just see the trash talking. People don't give a chance. They're automatically, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter the game. PUBG come out with update, what are you doing? And if people just go out of their way to bash things before really trying to see what they were doing, or maybe going, hey, we don't really like this, can we change this? Or I didn't like it, I thought it was garbage, whatever. But they go to the point of being
Every
Demeaning.
patch.
yeah, demeaning and
vile.
When we say we don't like something, we talk about plenty of things we don't like on here. And it doesn't matter who screws up, what the developer, publisher, gaming company, doesn't matter. We're going to tell them we don't like it. We might crack jokes in here or there, but we never try to be demeaning unless it's in a joking manner.
I mean, another thing too is that we've been doing alphas and betas for so long. We're used to analyzing something and then giving feedback.
Giving feedback,
Here, we found this, we found that. What do you think about this, that, or the other thing? Here's something you could do differently. Or we really like this, we didn't like that. Whereas people online, they don't have that mentality.
They're ruthless. They say these guys are jokes. They say these people are, whatever. And we'll start with the backstory or the. Okay, so basically, this is a man that he worked for Treyarch,
Mhm.
and his passion was making maps for Halo in the Forge. You're very familiar with the Forge. You love the
Yeah.
Forge. Describe it a little bit real fast.
So Halo, they started doing this in Halo 3, where you had a mode in the multiplayer aspect where you can actually build maps from the ground up, usually. And depending on how well your map was made, you can actually publish it online. Other people can play it. If you get, traction, a lot of people are playing on your map. Well, this guy did that. He would make maps for Halo, and that was his passion. He got so good enough that 343 noticed him and offered him a job.
And they offered him a job. He went for an interview, got the job, put a down payment on a new place in Bellevue, Washington. I already shipped all his stuff over there.
This sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing. Like this is somebody that he actually took a $10,000 pay cut to leave Treyarch because he didn't really care about, working on the Call of Duty games and doing what his passion was, which is making Halo maps. That's what he wanted to do.
He
And
didn't
he
just
put a
like
whole-
reskinning Call of Duty anymore.
No, he put a whole, his name was Multilock On, by the way. That's his forum name and everything. He put a whole post about it in the forums, the Halo forums, saying, hey, Beyond, because it's the Team Beyond forums. I just got an email confirmation from earlier today that I will be moving up to Redmond the next few weeks to build multiplayer maps for the next Halo. Super stoked to finally apply my talents to a game I'm passionate about and that we're all passionate about. I'll do my best to create some truly memorable maps for all of us that will stick with us for the next 15 years, just like Dammy, maps that have character, that have character but hold up to the highest level. See you guys around. Good stuff,
Sounds
right?
good. Sounds nice.
Uh-oh.
That is until
Uh-oh.
343, which is obviously who took over for Bungie, creating or putting out Halo games.
Yep.
Looked into his past. Don't put anything online if you're not willing to stand by it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is the moral of the story here. He apparently had a history of bashing 343 in the forums because instead of just saying, like what we try to do was, we didn't like this. This is not a good move. We think you should do this. We think you should do that. Or that was a dumb move. I'm sorry. He would go as far to be demeaning in his post, as you can see behind him, say no one at 343 deserves their jobs
and stuff like that.
And calling them names and being explicit and saying things to the effect of, he's better than everybody there. Why are they even making games? These guys are worthless. I hate this. Go ahead.
So,
you haven't done anything like this, have you?
why would you trash talk the people that make your passion?
Well, and you see
First of all.
you see it in, we're very, very close in, right now we've gotten recently into the Gears esports world, right? And we see it all the time. It's just like, with the people that are intelligent, there's like, I didn't like this, let's go back, or this is not making me happy. But then you see the people that are just trashing Coalition, Gears esports, and saying this is BS, this is the worst thing ever, why do you guys not ever do anything we want, and just going to the...
And they don't even keep in mind that the Coalition is that relatively a small group.
And new.
Like, well, newer, but
this is something they picked up. This is something that they're working out the bugs, just like 343 is working out the bugs. This is something that was handed to them, that was created by somebody else. Yep. When you build build a game from the ground up, you have more flexibility. They're working things out, and it came back to bite him. He basically, I don't want to read the whole thing because it's like...
He wrote like a good...
6 paragraphs long. Yeah. He basically came out a couple weeks later and says this is a little embarrassing. Basically, he struggled about putting this actually out there, but he knew people were going to eventually ask him, and versus telling people one by one what it was, he decided to make a mass post, and they rescinded their offer. They went and looked into his history. They went and looked at everything he posted as multi-lock on, and they found, wow, you're really, you're not very nice. You're in here, you're trashing us. You're saying things. You're a bad guy. And it bit him in the ass.
So the question is, when is trash talking too much? Right now.
Yeah.
Right there. That's the limit.
Yeah. If you can't go out there.
I mean, you basically you reap what you sow.
And he actually, to his credit, said that. He said he knew he's reaping what he sowed. He knows that he could have been more professional if he was. And the moral, he said, if you're going to take away from this, if you are ever thinking about being in the gaming industry, learn how to be professional online. Don't be like everybody else and be the trolls and just trash people. Learn how to say things with respect, even if you disagree with people, because it could cost you like it did him.
Yeah, and obviously he put that on the down payment on the house. Mm-hmm. Shipped all the stuff up there for no reason. I mean, for a reason, but
not only that, he had already quit his job at Treyarch.
Yeah.
So now he has an offer rescinded. All his stuff is in Washington. He's not moving to Washington, and he's got to live at his mom's house, I guess. Aww. And he's jobless. All because he couldn't keep his mouth shut online. This is like, I don't know how much I can express. Just don't do it. You don't have to be a jerk online because. And now he says, he did say, if you have no interest in being in the gaming industry, okay, whatever.
But even then, don't be
a jerk anyways. But go ahead.
Or just make fake accounts.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Brandon.
Yeah. So
the fake ex-Lorian is talking major trash about CMG.
So I mean, what do you take from this beyond?
I mean, if we're going with the question, how much trash talking is too much trash talking?
When you start intentionally demeaning people, whether you're talking to them online, like if we're talking online and we're talking trash,
yeah, friendly banter.
Yeah, friendly banter, dude, you're garbage. We get online with somebody and they start, being douchebags online. Just remove yourself or whatever.
I would say trash talking online, if you're doing that against anonymous people that you don't know, maybe like you suck or something, or stop doing that. Maybe that's about. Or once you start throwing names out there and like really insulting.
Oh, and
Like-
it's important too not to respond to people who do that, like people who message you like 3 or 4 long hate messages. If you respond and somebody gets reported that way and your message is in there, you can get your account banned as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Which
you're
is
gonna,
bullcrap. But
I've been told in many chats that you're an idiot. You're you don't know the blankety blank what you're talking about. And I just respond with and I respond matter of factly, and here's facts, not your opinion. Here's facts, and they get angry because they can't battle it, so they just start just talking more trash.
Did I usually
And-
like say something like passive aggressively nice? Like,
Yeah,
Thank you so much for your time.
thank
and,
you for your time.
You know, I'll keep that in
I do
consideration.
that all the time.
A last note says, unfortunately, the average person just wants their own 15 minutes of fame, and due to the fact of their own mediocrity, must tear down others to feel good about themselves. It's true.
343.
And Claw said, this is not part I had heard because it wasn't in the article. Oh, and the guy who lost his job at 343, there is growing evidence that he was stalking people online and other creepy things. He had said that this is not true, but we can't speak to that because we don't know.
Yeah.
Is that not normal?
That's speculation.
Is that not
not usually. No.
Yeah, you
Just
might want to.
lay low.
We'll talk
for,
about where the
Lay low
lines
for a
are.
little
Oh,
bit.
you're probably
Yeah.
wanted for
For murder.
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 That's
So-
the second Anchorman reference today.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
we need more of them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, so I mean, it's don't be disrespectful.
Don't be
There are
that guy.
ways to handle things, especially if you are trying to get into the gaming industry. There are ways to handle things, and flying off the handle and telling people they don't deserve their jobs because you don't know. You're not there. You don't know freaking how difficult it is, how much pressure you're under by that boss, and the deadline you had that was unrealistic. You don't know. You just
You gotta really,
you know.
you gotta curve those bro teabagging tendencies.
Yeah.
You don't
Put
wanna
your
be bringing
complaints
that.
out there. Put your your concerns out there, but do it in a respectful way. That's not just because here's the thing: they're not going to look at you and take you for a grain of salt. Like, they're going to take everything you say with a grain of salt. If you're an angry, aggressive person in the forums, like, well, whatever. They want constructive criticism,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it
Just follow
costs
the
this
golden
guy.
rule.
Yeah,
Be nice.
yeah. This guy. I mean,
Even online.
can you imagine that? It costing your
His
job,
his future.
your whole
Everything. That's literally everything.
And they're gonna be like, "Oh, so where'd you
lost.
work before?" Oh, for 343 for like 2 weeks before they realized I badmouthed them and then fired me.
Wow.
That's
Like-
gonna be a rough thing to tell anybody.
Yeah, that's wow. I never want to be in that situation. That's why, like, when you get on forums, mind your P's and Q's. I mean, that's
Cross your lowercase j's. Or dot your lowercase j's.
What the?
there you go.
All right, Ate.
No, it's from
Good
Wayne's
job.
World.
Oh yeah,
Remember
yeah.
the eye guy?
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Cross, dot, and was it cross your T's
Yeah.
and dot your
Lowercase j's.
lowercase j. It's
Anyway,
a funny movie.
so
You guys
It's
should
true
watch
though.
it.
It's a great
very
movie.
True.
I think that's all for the Nitty Gritty.
Man, we
Don't
had a long
be
podcast
don't be
today.
punks online. Grow up a little bit.
Or else guys
Or
from
else-
Casual Misfits Gaming will come get you.
Yeah. Or else, if we look into your history, if you want to get a job for us,
Uh-uh.
ex-Lorian, we might not be able to hire you.
Well, here's the thing.
I just use you as a general reference,
have
like,
to.
You know my history and social media history didn't exist until CMG.
That we know of.
that we know of.
I mean, yeah, my Facebook
You'd say anything in
account.
an
We'll
interview.
find
My Facebook account from, middle school.
I'm gonna find your MySpace, don't you?
Oh,
worry.
I want to find your middle school account. That'd be amazing.
I'm gonna find your
Same
live
one
journal.
I don't use to this day.
Love your
Find your-
Zanga.
Find your
Zanga,
LinkedIn
yeah.
account.
Zanga was the thing, man.
Oh my god.
For those of you that don't know the origins of the social media,
Well, if he's not
Zanga
on
and what was the
social
other? What was
media-
the other one? What was that?
If he's not on social media, he might be on Google Plus.
That's funny.
I am
That was
on
a good
Google
one.
Plus.
Oh dang. And then
You should see the email.
what was that one? What was the one that Melodramatic. Do you remember that one?
That was the emo.
All the emo and goth kids.
Wait, there was
were
a
on?
site called Melodramatic.
Literally.
Yeah.
So there was like Zanga, which was like, it was pre-MySpace. And then MySpace took over for like the live journals and the Zangas and everything. And there was one called Melodramatic, and it.
Oh my god.
I'm
And
feeling a lot of
kids-
heavy glances and
and-
glares right now.
And kids would post on there and say, "I hate my life
It would be
today."
like perfect for you.
Yeah,
really.
today I had
Yeah,
to
I'm dead
do my
inside.
homework or something, and whatever they were mad about.
Batman.
And I'm Batman. And teachers started going. I remember when it was a big thing.
Oh.
Teachers started going to these sites to see what was wrong with these kids, and then all of a sudden these kids are finding themselves in counseling sessions for like weeks on end because they put that, I take pills to fight the pain, and like
So
most of them didn't. They were
melodramatic.
just trying to be like thinking they were cool and all this stuff. And
Hey man, those Flintstone gummies really did help fight the pain, you know?
it's true.
Got to
The
promote
Flintst-
bone strength and
Yeah, that's true.
longevity in your child with a Gerber grow up plan.
Many
Starting at
girls
one penny.
just turns to a
Pennies a
commercial.
day.
Jeez.
Well, we do have to
A
get
Johnson &
sponsors.
Johnson company.
So, so I play
Uh,
a Gerber commercial in the background.
Mooney Girl says now it's Tumblr. Not wrong.
All right.
So yeah, what was I talking about?
We were in transition.
We were
going
going to transition to the claw. That's what we were going to
Oh,
do.
we
The
have a
claw
claw
is
still?
the chat lobby asks. This is a place where you can ask us anything. You people in the chat, you fine folks, and anybody that's watching this in the future, whether it's on iTunes or listening, I guess, on iTunes or SoundCloud or watching on YouTube.
you can ask questions.
You can
this
ask
week.
questions in the comments. You can DM us on Twitter at CMG_Gamecast, Facebook at Casual Misses Gaming, as well as Instagram.
You can ask questions to yourself in your car. I mean,
Yeah. What do you,
you.
You want to extrapolate what you're laughing about?
It's claw. It's claw.
Elasno says you have to be edgy
Oh.
to fight the pretend against you. That's true.
Pretend angst.
Oh,
Matthew.
I saw you. I thought she was adding you to the end of it
Good job.
because it was the second one.
Good
Present,
job.
yeah.
You ex Lauren.
Angst you.
You and your
Against you.
angst.
Your pretend angst.
Your
Pretend
pretend
angst.
angst.
Yeah, I thought she was adding the you to her comment. I didn't realize she was adding to the beginning. Anyways, so you can ask us anything. You can ask us, I don't
Usually
know,
Video game related.
video game,
Usually.
life related. I mean,
Usually
we don't
video
care. You
game
having
related.
issues with your girlfriend, boyfriend? We'll talk you
Bring 'em
through it.
on. It's okay.
We
we need to call somebody up
Take
live.
him out
We'll
to a
do
nice
it.
steak dinner.
dinner and
And
never call
her,
seafood
yeah.
dinner
Seafood dinner.
Hey,
and never
I
call
always-
her again.
Because she's
I
a
always
saint.
take my girlfriends out to nice steak dinners.
Oh gosh. All right, Claude wants to know with
Wow.
the rise of platformer happening, what would you want from the next 3D Rayman?
Well, I never really played Rayman, so
I
Not a
did.
next 3D Rayman, that's for sure.
It needs to have some more Robert in there.
Needs to have less Rayman.
Because not everybody loves Rayman.
CMG Roses.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Do we need roses, guys? I don't
What's
know.
CMG Roses? What does that mean?
I think she wants to lay me down on a bed of roses and sink me in the river.
Oh
Sink
my
you in the
God.
river?
Wow.
And
That was
something
morbid.
away
All right.
with the words of
What do
love
I
song.
want from the next 3D Rayman?
I can tell you what I want from the next Spyro.
Ooh.
I want there to be a new Spyro.
There you go. That's what I want.
I want there to be a
We've
new
predicted
Jack
that
and
for
Dexter.
PSX as well. We've all predicted that. So
I want a new Jack and Dexter.
Ryan's
All right.
Roses on
12.7, 102.7. I've never heard of that.
This is a show on Kiss FM where they Josh was really in this. We were carpooling to the solar site when I was working on that. It's on Kiss FM, and basically a guy or a girl calls in, and they go to it's Ryan Seacrest's show,
Oh,
and they
God.
call into him, and they say, "I think my significant other is cheating on me." Blah blah blah, but I don't know how to prove it. And they say, "So you want to do Ryan's Roses?" They say yes. So what they do is they don't have Ryan Seacrest. They have a different person call and say they're from a florist shop, a flower shop, and say you've won a
Oh.
free bouquet of 30 roses.
That's so mean.
Who do you want to send it? Where and who do you want to send it to? And then they see if they answer anybody other
isn't the
than
girl.
their significant other. And sometimes it's crazy because they'll be like, I want to send it to Melanie, and their wife's name is
Oh.
I don't know, Brenda, yeah, or whatever. And
What if someone like curses them out, thinking it's like a telemarketer, just rips them a new one on the
well, there's some
radio?
people that have
like,
gotten
whoa.
like angry and like, I can't believe you do this to me, and blah, blah, whatever. So that's what
Jeez.
she's referencing.
Oh, like having.
Yeah, we'd have our own CMG roses. We'll talk you through your
I want to
problems.
send roses to
You see-
Balthazar the Great.
Just
Yeah, what's his address? Hell.
You're odd.
Of course he's odd. He's exploring. Have you not seen him in the chats when he's usually on the other side of the computer? Anyways, do you guys have any questions for us? We're gonna give it another few seconds
like
and
a 30 seconds while we rant
yeah,
about stuff.
while we wait to see if you guys have anything to talk to us about.
How crazy would that radio show be if it wasn't him calling as a florist? It was just Ryan Seacrest just going up to people's houses, like knocking on their doors. Like, hey, you seen anybody else? I'm Ryan Seacrest.
Flowers, chocolates, and promises you don't intend to keep.
What's that from?
Your mom.
That was
It's
my-
a quote
my-
from something, though, I
Oh,
think.
yeah. What is that from?
I don't know.
Why do we hate you? Because you're
It's from Claw504. Why do you hate me? We don't hate you. We
Why
just
don't you
like
like
bantering with you because you're fun to do it with. You'll talk trash to us. We'll talk trash
This
to
is
you.
the trash talking that's okay.
Yes, this is where it's fun, and we know you're an Xbox fanboy, and we know how to push your buttons, and you
Fanboy.
push our buttons.
Oh, she's talking about Lumiere.
Oh, Lumiere.
Oh!
Cogsworth.
Oh, Cogsworth. Okay, yeah.
Wicked Minds, 1v1 in Gears, no jeans.
1v1 and Gears on jeans.
I think he means no jeans.
Fight.
I'd say he wants you to 1v1 him. I'm
Do you
down.
even have an Xbox hooked up?
I don't think we can do it right now, but we can.
Actually, we probably could. You could just run the HDMI to the second capture
Oh my
card.
god.
Give me like a week, and I'll play you Wicked Minds. Let's go.
Well, let's do it next week. We'll have like a 15-minute section
I'm
where we
on
play
call
Wicked
next
Minds.
All right. What button do I push? Wants to know PewDiePie opinions.
Oh, the
No.
guy. He deserves
yeah.
nothing.
No.
I have an
He's
opinion.
He's a little garbage streamer.
Yeah, I think he's a douchebag. Plain and simple.
Racist. And
Racist.
Racist.
He's a racist.
Racist
that
and
one.
insubordinate.
My God, Brody, he is racist.
You're being childish.
Insubordinate and childish.
Childish.
Why does no
You
jeans
done
never
messed up,
play with
Aaron.
me?
You done messed up, PewDiePie. You done messed up.
I actually have a question for you, Ate.
Yeah.
What was your favorite SeaWorld experience?
Oh, we already talked about
We already.
No.
the
He just wants to
crying
bring-
Besides the
orcas,
whales.
the otters.
I didn't even see the otters.
Yeah, we didn't see that. We didn't go see the otter.
Oh, we should have.
It was
Oh.
the seal otter show. That one's great.
Why don't we ask you what your least favorite experience in SeaWorld is? It
Well, I-
involves a tunnel.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh yeah, that was
a
cool.
tunnel and a creepy ass fish.
are they classified as fish?
It's just,
Yeah,
I didn't want
they
to
are.
ruin
Okay.
it.
They are.
Okay. There is a experience at SeaWorld. And
Shark encounter.
yeah, it's called the Shark Encounter, and I've been in it now 3 times. And every single time there was a shark in there. He's like the biggest, meanest, like deformed, 'cause he's been in like too many
Shaky
fights,
looking,
like, you know, growing up in the
Like
hood.
3 teeth growing the wrong way.
And he does
shark
not
hood.
like me. Every time I have gone into that tunnel, and it's basically what it is, you go through the shark experience, and you're looking down at the sharks, right? And then where you're looking down at them, as you go down, you all of a sudden are underneath them in the water, and it's like this glass tunnel around you, and you're on this moving sidewalk, and it's cool, right? But every time I've gone in, this one shark has targeted me. And I thought it was weird at first. Like the first time, he was going around in a circle, and then instead of going in the circle that everybody else was going in, he all of a sudden like kind of changed and went towards me, and like went right at the glass and then went over. And like when I'd been watching before, he was following everybody else in the circle, like around, you know, like a skate rink, skate junction, you know. And then he made a smaller circle and came right back at me and went again right at, like, and mind you, you're on a moving sidewalk. So it wasn't like he just like made a smaller circle. No, he adjusted to follow where I was gonna be. Again, I was like, I thought it was weird, but I was like quiet. And then Jillian's like, I don't think that shark likes you. And I'm like, okay, so it wasn't just me? She's like, no. So it happened the second time Jillian and I went. And sure enough, he did the same thing. And I was like, what the heck? So these guys, they're like not knowing whether or not to buy my story. They saw it firsthand. I get in the tunnel, and the guy's literally waiting for me at the tunnel front. And then like when we get in the tunnel, he's waiting there, and he freaking goes at the glass, and then he turns sideways with the glass and just keeps eyeballing me and swimming along, like not doing anything, just eyeballing me and swimming along the whole way.
I fist
And
bumped him too.
like Robert was like, "Holy crap, that shark does not like you!" Like it was just like straight up following me. So apparently, I've got an enemy in the shark encounter. And apparently, yeah, that's what it was like. There's now a shark next to my head on the green screen. Yeah, Robert pointed out first though that shark was after me. He's all, the second we got in that tunnel, I knew exactly what shark you were talking about because he came right at you.
It was like as soon as the tunnel opened, he was just there. He's like,
Just
"Hey, what's up,
us?
Matt?" He just like followed.
Remember me?
You. He just followed you as we go.
Though, even after we got out of the tunnel, he was still waiting
Oh!
at the edge of the glass.
Yeah, he was waiting at the edge of the
Staring.
glass, and then you go to this other part of the glass, and he went shh, and went to the other seat and just stared at me, and I was like, all right, so I hope this glass never breaks, like when I'm going through, because I am dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was our.
Claw asks, "Why does No Jeans never play with me?" Well, it's because you're never on the PS4, and I haven't hooked up my Xbox since the last event.
I've hooked it up. I haven't played it.
No, I really should hook it back up. I need to get
We should
practice.
do some gears with a new patch out. Are you just adding a bunch of sharks, huh?
Sharks galore. Sharks for days.
Okay, so I've got.
Maybe
a
it's
real,
like an alpha male thing. Like they see me as like a competition.
I've got a real world.
Oh, am I, like,
question
behind
for
it now, so I can,
everybody,
like-
You're like,
Wait.
yeah. You can pet the shark. Yeah.
Wait.
No.
Oh, whoa, not you, bro. Wait. There
I'm
we go.
playing PS4 right now, and it's Destiny.
Good
Oh,
job.
okay.
Matt.
There we go.
Pet
I'm
that
petting a shark.
Pet the shark.
There we go. That's cool.
So I've got a question for everybody, since we didn't discuss this on air. But how do you feel about being charged overages for your in-home?
Oh, we don't
Wi-Fi
have
now?
time for that.
we don't have
today.
time for
We don't
that.
have time for that today.
Aw.
It's a different discussion.
Wait, is it only in-home Wi-Fi?
No, it's just no time.
You worded that oddly.
Well, it's
All right,
in
well-
home, it's business as well, but yeah.
What happened to all my sharks?
I took some away.
Bad. All right.
So you know the screen fills with sharks.
It's like
Where's my
like when you
orcas?
win solitaire at the end. It's like sharks everywhere.
There
Oh,
we go.
Wait,
Yeah, let's get Tigerface here too. Yeah,
wait,
Fist pump.
wait.
move
Oh,
that to the
gosh.
very foreground.
We've gone full.
how about you just put it over him?
Just put it over my face. Can we do that?
We're getting there.
Yes.
Oh, you gotta stay
You
there.
gotta like not move.
There we go.
You gotta,
okay.
you gotta make it bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Damn it.
Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, that's perfect.
Add me
there we
on
go.
Xbox gamer tag.
You're kidding me.
So anyway.
So, anyways, our new mascot.
It still looks too small.
That's what she said too.
There it is.
Perfect.
There we
There we go.
So now it's actually lining up with my body. See my shoulders.
We can do this.
We'll
This is
work
a
on
thing
that.
we can do.
Wait, Ate's not gonna be here next week either, right?
I'm on call. I might not be.
Sweet, I'll be here.
Rude.
Okay, I think
I
this
gotta
podcast
work.
is just.
Yeah, I
went
think we're
off
pretty
the
much
rails
done.
here.
We're off the rails. We got nothing more to talk about. You guys have nothing more to talk about. So this is cool.
All right.
Thanks for watching. This has been the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, CMG for short, episode number 31.
Dang. Wow.
It's pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot.
31. What'd you say? Yeah, Tres Uno. He's taking place for Zana here.
Also,
Yes.
I just wanted to say congratulations on 30, first of all,
Thank you.
because
Speak into the mic and say it again.
I said congratulations to making it to 30, because you know the ripe old age of this channel is already getting to you guys.
Yep.
Losing your touch.
Whoa.
Anyway.
Whoa.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Let's be honest.
I'm
Anyway,
sorry. I'm the
back
guy
to
that
what I'm-
added 3 orcas, a shark, and I think my touch is still
Yeah,
here.
back to what I'm getting at though. I haven't been with CMG for too incredibly long,
True.
but whenever I am around and or participating,
Are you gonna make me cry right now?
I'm sorry. Do I need tissue?
Yeah.
you guys really make it a point to make everyone in the chat feel welcome.
Except
And
for Claw.
no,
love you, Claw.
he's not a person. He's British. Anyway,
Can't say that. We love you, Claw. His opinions do not reflect that of CMG.
anyway,
okay.
what I'm getting
Just
to is
calm down with some tea.
just overall, congratulations on this milestone.
Thank you,
Woo!
sir.
31.
Pretty soon we'll be at a year. We're getting close.
Yeah.
Dude, this podcast is older than your youngest child.
It is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's always going to be older than his youngest child.
Colossus exploring his banned from the Discord. I'll allow it.
Oh yeah.
Um,
If you want to talk with us on Discord, because sometimes we do games
Discord
on there.
chats.
And Twitter, follow me at CMGXLorian.
you need
well,
to calm down with that.
We've got our Facebook
All
at
right.
the top right.
Two
Boom.
11s.
Casual Misfits Gaming on Facebook,
Facebook.
Instagram, and YouTube.
Bam.
And Twitter,
CMG Gamecast.
Twitter's always over here.
CMG_Gamecast.
I just realized
Follow
I'm still
us.
in the proximity of the tiger face.
You are still in proximity to Tiger Face.
Tiger
That's
face.
The thing is, we didn't even notice that you were.
I
still-
didn't even see a difference right there.
It's weird. It's like the perfect size of his head.
Yeah, you know,
That's-
our resident tiger, whatever.
Anyways,
Wait,
so
I'm
this has
curious.
been. What are you gonna do?
I'm curious. How accurate? Nah, not quite accurate. I thought it was right up on there. Close
All
enough.
This has been the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number 31. I am Matt Rojas, aka the Dread Pirate. Standing in today was
XLorian. With
Chris.
2 1s.
Yes,
AKA.
X-Lorian.
No, that's not my name.
Your name's
Chris is not my name. I've gotten rid of that.
Okay, you're just X-Lorian now.
Yes.
Next to him we had
I'm Ate Rojas, also known as No Jeans.
Oh, you were trying to chime in.
Yeah.
You just a second too late. You'll get there. Don't
Sorry,
worry.
it was it's a product of late puberty. I can't.
I didn't even know you hit puberty yet.
I didn't know
Valid
either.
point. All right, and on the production side,
You got Robert, or AKA Rob Dog, 1991.
Rob
I was waiting for
Dog,
it.
1991.
Oh
right.
yeah.
I can remember if I started it halfway through or at
No,
the
you
end
You
of
start
it.
after I say Rob Dog, and then you guys usually come at Rob Dog.
Got it. Okay, thanks to our live studio audience. Woohoo! And yeah, this has been the Casual Misfits Gaming Podcast, episode number 31.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
See you later, buddies.
Ate won't because he
Bye
won't
bye.
be here.
Oh, come on.
That's sad.